Hi, and welcome to your Tune In. This is a time and space where you get just a little bit of alignment, a little dose of intentionality, and hopefully some help with your forward momentum. I'm Nicole Lance, and I'm so glad you are here. These guided reflections are typically best experienced with headphones on and in a space where you can kind of be by yourself, let your eyes close, and really kind of sink into the experience. I also recommend having something handy to write in, like a journal, something like that, because you might come up with some insights during the experience that you want to capture and maybe take on forward with you and kind of integrate them a little bit later. So go ahead and grab something to write with and something to write on, and we will get started. This tune in is all about getting in touch with one of your most important and most often underutilized assets, your body. Now, this seems kind of basic, right? That this would be an asset that we would take advantage of, but a lot of us kind of skip that step along the way. But our bodies hold a lot of wisdom, and frankly, most of us ignore that wisdom. And we disregard our body's requests for things like rest. We power through kind of minor aches and pains. And usually it takes something like almost kind of major for us to really slow down long enough and start to pay attention. So, this guided reflection is going to offer you just a few minutes to really check in with this amazing asset of yours and gain some insight into how you can incorporate this information into your day to day life. So, I want you to begin with an exhale. So, push out any of that kind of old, stale air that might have kind of like built up, that those breaths that we're really not letting go of all the way. And then refill that with just a beautifully long, extended in breath. And then maybe hold it for just a few seconds before letting yourself really indulge in like a long exhale. Repeat that another time or two, and then just kind of gradually let your breathing return to an even, but maybe intentionally more deliberate pace. So, nothing crazy, but just kind of letting that slow and settle into a more intentional cadence of breath. Now go ahead and close your eyes. So get comfy wherever you're sitting, even if you're standing or if you can lie down. But just uncross legs and ankles, uncross your arms. Let your shoulders drop into a really natural position. And then move and maybe just kind of wiggle around a little bit. Anything that feels tight or maybe kind of bunched up. And then just drop into a place of more stillness. Anything that's more still than how you have kind of normally been operating. And then starting with the bottoms of your feet, I'm going to lead you through bringing awareness up through your body slowly. And as I do this, your only job is to simply notice any places where there's tension, maybe some tightness or discomfort, maybe even pain. So, no judgment here. Just really take inventory of what's going on for you. So, go ahead and start now with the bottoms of your feet and bring that awareness up through the tops of your feet, your ankles, coming up through your calves and your shin, the sides of your lower legs, up through your knees, up through your thighs, front and back, the outside of your thighs, your inner thighs, and just keep noticing. Is there anywhere where there's tension or a little bit of discomfort? And so keep that awareness coming up through your pelvic area, your low belly, your glutes, your booty, around the back of your low back area, front into that low belly, upper belly, mid belly kind of section. And then bring that awareness up the outsides of your rib cage. So front, back, sides, everywhere up through that rib area into your mid and upper back. bringing that around, wrapping that awareness around to the front part of your chest, your upper chest, that whole torso area. Just kind of taking inventory. And as you get to that kind of collarbone, top of shoulder, maybe back of shoulders area, go ahead and let that awareness flow down each of your arms. So starting with that upper arm, your bicep, your tricep, into the elbow joint, down both forearms, into your hands. Notice how your fingers are feeling, maybe flex your wrists. And again, just taking inventory, no judgment, but anywhere that we're feeling that kind of discomfort or maybe a little bit of tightness or tension. And once you've scanned that, bring that energy back up the arms, top of shoulders, and then go ahead and scan your neck area. So front, sides of the neck, back of the neck, into where it connects really up to the base of your skull. And then let that awareness continue to flow up the back of your head, through your scalp, and then kind of raining down the front of your face. So noticing how your forehead feels, your eyes, all those little muscles around your eyes, your temples, your cheeks, your nose, your mouth, your chin, your jaw area. And again, just kind of settle in and take inventory. So gaining awareness in your body, A, of how it's feeling, and B, if there's any place where you noticed any level of tension or discomfort. And so once you kind of get that awareness, I want you to focus in on one of the areas where you noticed any level of tension or discomfort. So don't try and feel them all at once if you've got more than one, but just kind of pick one and bring your full attention back to this area. Now, instead of trying to change it, being frustrated by it, flustered that you have a place that's uncomfortable or tense, just notice it for a few moments. And maybe think, if you were to describe this sensation, how would you describe it? Does it have a shape? Does it have a color? A texture to it? Is it moving or static? Is it kind of growing? Is it getting smaller when you notice it? Staying the same size? Just allow yourself to become more deeply aware of the fullness of the sense experience of that area. And do this without judging the sensation or being frustrated by its existence. So kind of see if you can suspend those other thoughts besides just fully being present with the sensation itself. So after this, I want you to imagine this area of sensation is able to communicate with you. So don't worry, we're not going too far off the rails here, but allow yourself to be open to the possibility of learning something from this area of tension or discomfort in your physical body. And all you need to do is simply ask it one question. What do you want me to know? What do you want me to know? So ask that question of the sensation with a really open mind. And then spend a few moments or even a few seconds just listening. So whatever flashes through your mind, regardless of how silly it may seem to you, just pay attention to it and take note. When you ask this question of that area, what do you want me to know? Now you can repeat this process as needed with various areas of your body, or you can also just use it in general with your body as a whole, even when nothing's feeling uncomfortable. Because our bodies are often, one of our greatest sources of information about what's really best for us, but we let our minds take over. So leverage this as often as possible to kind of help you move in the best direction for you. So, whatever message you received from your body today, just simply hold it, maybe write it down, pay attention to it. If there's an action you can take associated with it to kind of honor that request, that's usually a really great next step. But at this point, go ahead and kind of move around, get comfy again, maybe shake off this experience, exhale a little bit fully, and just go ahead and open your eyes, come back fully into the present, and then capture any of those insights that you want to capture. And most of all, keep on listening to that beautiful body of yours. Thank you for taking the time to tune in.